Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. In this video, what we're going to be doing is focusing on a couple of UI enhancements just to hopefully get things looking a little bit nicer on the front end and fix up some things that have been annoying me. So there's a couple of things that we're going to run through here. For example, if you have lots of tags, it kind of gets unwieldy. So maybe we just limit it to showing the first 5 tags with view more or something. There's no scroll bar if you have a large amount of text in a note, so you can't actually see everything. When you save a note, it also looks like nothing happens after editing, I should say. So we've still got that invalidating request issue. There's no return to dashboard button on this settings settings menu. There's no scroll on source types. Yeah, so there is on folders and tags, which is good, but if you go to sources, you can't scroll this left-hand menu. Might be... Maybe if we actually, let's just create one more very quickly. So we can only currently create source types from here. So 1, 2, 3, 5, newspaper, ad field, whatever. Sources. Okay, the scroll bar does actually show up. So it's more this cutoff. Kind of overlaps on this settings thing. So we've got to do that, and then icons aren't well aligned in a couple of places, and maybe we remove this related notes kind of button for the time being because we don't have that functionality. But I'm just going to try and use ChatGPT to see how far we can kind of get with this, just so that we don't have to churn through messages in our Claude account. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our note card. And note card is just a presentation component, so we do need to go up a level. Actually, maybe we can source types. Where's tags? Yeah, okay, cool. So it might just be, yeah, we should be able to do it here. So I'm just going to say we have an individual note card component that renders tags. Currently, if a user has a note with, say, 20 tags, all of them are shown. Ideally, what we want to do is only show the first 5 tags, then Alright, cool. So, yeah, this should be fairly straightforward, I imagine. This is all we're going to have to update, so nat tags. So it's just here. Save that. There we go. So that worked out really nice. So that's one thing ticked off our list already. So let's mark that as green. All right, then we're going to go into this component, which is our view note modal. And I'm just going to say, well, now onto modal. Sometimes with scroll bars, it can be a little bit funky, at least from my experience with modals. So sometimes like they try and put a scroll bar over here, but we want it on the modal itself. So I'm just going to give it that specificity. We want the scroll bar Dialogue content. Okay, so yeah, this is hopefully the only line that we have to update. Potentially not. Okay, what did we wrap the entire? Okay, time modal is in a scroll area. This bit here. Okay, cool. So scroll area. I missed this. So just bring that in as well as add overflow hidden. That was the other change, and then scroll area. There's already a couple of scroll areas. So dialogue content. Scroll area. Okay, no, so we're missing something else here. Let's just copy the whole return, save time. Instead of trying to guess. Let's go for it. Okay, cool. Right. See, that's still not working. Okay, so that didn't work. Just trying to figure out why it's The other thing I've noticed is there's no formatting. So if we do we need to update this at some point. Yep. So we do need to fix that. All right. Added flex. All right, cool. Let's copy this. Try again. There we go. Okay. Kind of be nicer. I don't know, does Shadcn have a... Yeah. Can we use... okay, can we instead... So we're going to need to... We already have scroll area installed, so we should be able to just copy and paste this, which is good. Should have been more specific, but hadn't thought of that. Copy, save, back here.
Dad.
Okay, so that didn't work. Not sure why. Just get this variation. Scrollable content is always one of those things that, at least whenever I did it, it's always a little bit finicky. Alright, let's try this code. Copy. Update our view individual node modal, save that. Come back over here. Doesn't look like it's worked again, but we will just refresh to make sure. No, it's still not working. Copy, paste that as well, come back, refresh. No console logs. Okay, so scroll. Let's just replace div. Come on. Okay, this is weird. Okay, inspect. So styles. How do we narrow in onto scroll area? Alright, so dialog content. Let's replace this all the way down to dialog content. There we go. Import subcomponents. Okay. I don't want to go mucking around. I mean, I don't think we have to go mucking around with checking that we're importing the Tailwind like base, because obviously it works everywhere else. Where are they using scroll area viewport? Okay. So scroll area. Oh my god, why isn't it now doing this? Okay, let's go back. Save. Refresh. I might just go into Claude. In this component, so scroll area, get rid of the style, flex grow, that's fine. And then the div, add the styling there. Save. There we go. Thank you, Claude. Ideally, I'd have it right there, but I think that's good enough for now. All right, so come over here. There's no scroll bar. We can get that marked as done. Now, what we should do is on. I think this is our. Yeah, let's fix up this side. Go into a new chat, and we are looking at in our dashboard. We've got two components for the sidebar. We've got sidebar container and filter sidebar. So. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to say in our sidebar, the scroll area for the filters overlaps the settings button. Should be enough, I think. Replace this part. Yeah, I don't think that's the best approach. Yeah, this is a better approach. So yeah, with this approach, if you're like constantly calculating, obviously different screen sizes are going to behave differently. This should work better. Yeah, it does. Okay, but okay. Hi. Okay, so where did it H screen? Nope. Can't exactly see where it updated. Yeah, just chuck that in. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, on refresh it works. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So no. So it works until you scroll. It doesn't quite work. Oh, hang on, parent container. So view no modal. Sorry. Probably gonna have to put a div in. Here. Let's try that. No. Alright, yeah. Let's go back to Claude. We'll go. We have this sidebar, which currently takes up the whole height of the page. However, if the user scrolls, the page down the sidebar height is only equal to the original viewport height. I need the scroll bar to always take up the full height. Yeah, essentially the scroll bar should remain fixed. So this gets changed, and then add this to your main content container. Okay. What? No. That's like a hacky way of it doing that. Yep. Okay. Interesting example where so here, filter sidebar container. Yeah, what I was saying is, yeah, interesting example where, you know, it's trying to achieve the outcome, but obviously not kind of probably doing it in the best way. Let's try and see if this works. Right, so it works there, but then if we scroll, yeah, that's what we wanted. So this scrolls independent of the page. Maybe that was probably a better way of prompting it to say I wanted the dashboard to scroll independent, or the sidebar to scroll independent of the page. Anyway, it does work, so that's awesome. We can tick both of these things off, which is great. Done that. All right. Now I'm probably gonna keep that chat open because I'm gonna say this settings. Where's settings? Settings page. I think we just map the menu objects directly there. Okay, yeah, okay. What I'm going to do is, great, works. I now have a separate settings page, which also has a menu section. Please bring in this import. Use navigate. Right. Hate when it doesn't. Okay, so sidebar. Not sure if anything changed there. It's a bit hard to tell, but let's just replace that. Okay. This changed. Save that. Button on click, obviously all that should stay the same. Active menu equals item. I think that should all stay the same, but let's just copy that class name too. And then here we've got item button nav, and then after our nav, this div is brand new. Up to div. I need to copy it to that. Save. Render main content remains same. Okay, come here, save that. Obviously we don't have any additional menu items to check that the scroll works, but that's okay. And we've got this return to dashboard, so if we click that, we go to dashboard, click that, go to settings. There's some slight difference to the settings, so style. Actually, we can do that ourselves. Where is filter sidebar, settings, class name. Is that styled? It's just it's the whole thing is a lucid react icon, is it? Surely not. Yes, it's that. So that's the icon. This will be button ghost. Okay, go out to. Let's just split this. Close that. Settings page. Button. Let's replace this. Find, bring in button. So up 1, up 2, up 3. Okay. Besides it not returning to the dashboard, on click, navigate to dashboard. There we go. That look and feel is now consistent. Alrighty, there is no return. We can tick that as done. We need to work on these icons. And maybe remove that. Okay. I'm going to pause on that though, because what I want to do is when you click edit, it's rendering. Like, how do I explain this? So it's kind of like a modal on top of a modal. So I don't know why it's got like these. I think that's why it's got the 2 X's there. So I just want to fix up that process a little bit better. But I think the thing to do there is, first of all, fix up some of the invalidation that's not occurring. So for example, if we create a new note, testing invalidate, we add a folder, a brand new folder. Create that next. Create it without a source. Brand new folder doesn't show up here, although that is invalidated the note, and then we have to hit refresh. So we're going to do that. I do need to take a brief moment, and I'll be back a little bit later to continue this video. Okay, so we're going to continue with updating our front end. So currently when we create a new note, we do invalidate the query key for notes. However, because we create tags as part of the note process, I believe we need to invalidate notes here. I don't know though if we have to pass in the object with tags folder and page, because these are filter parameters on the use notes query. So just to make sure, I'm just going to ask, we'll try and ask ChatGPT So come here, new chat, and we will say, hey, I have a use notes hook that we use with 10. I have a use notes hook that we use with 10 stack query. When I create a new note, we successfully invalidate the note query key. However, when creating a note, a user can also create tags which display elsewhere in the UI. So we then have the use tags hook. I believe we should also just because in the create new notes here, sorry. Where is it? Validate query. So let's reword this a little bit. I have used note hook, not when we create use. This is the wrong one. Use create note hook that we use with 10 stack query. When I create a new note, we successfully validate notes query. However, when creating a new note, the user can also create tags which display elsewhere in the UI. So I believe we should also just invalidate tag. Okay, so yeah, that was that was the part that I was a little bit unsure of. So we could have tried through trial and error. I was going to basically just add tags here, like as a separate. I don't know if that does work. It may do, but we can also just do this separately. So now when we come to, actually we should also do this for folders. So if we look at our folder hook, I think that might be here. Yeah, use folders. It has the query key of folders as you'd expect. So if we just do folders, then if we come here, come back to our front end, let's do a new note. Let's testing invalidate 2. Let's go folder first. So we'll call this AAA. So it comes up the top, and then tags. Let's do AAA as well. Create tag next. Skip source. Did put it there, tags there. Oh, of course, with folders, it's ordered by our custom ordering from here, not alphabetical, which is what tags are. Cool, so that automatically worked. That's very handy. We should probably also do the same with source types and sources. I don't know if there's any performance hit of just, we're kind of invalidating everything on that create note process, but I don't think there's a way around it. Source types, yeah, because they could create a new source type. Don't want them to have to refresh it all. So we will double check. I think this is just going to be, where's our hooks? Now, no matter what we create from the front end, that should always refresh the updated data. I think you can probably an optimization there, like you can refresh all. Yeah, how do you Yeah, see. Alright, I think that's something we can look into at a later point in time. For now, it works. We don't need to get bogged down in the weeds because we don't have millions of notes and millions of tags, and there's not anyone using this application. So we can consider that as done. What I wanted to do now is also, so if we go to edit, we update this, save change, nothing happens. So we want to close this modal. So if we go to edit, where's notes, edit note modal, dialog on open, bring that over here, and then in our container, don't need that console log, don't need that. So why isn't onClose working? New chat. Going to be an issue with passing down props, I believe, and calling that function somewhere, but let's double check. Let's look at this individually. So use edit note. Let's use console log. It's probably a good idea. See if that console log is getting called. Inspect console. Okay, so that console log doesn't get called. So why is that? Unclose. So onClose is passed down. Let's check. Actually, if you go here, open this, edit, hit cancel. It does close. So if you hit cancel, it closes. Button, remove source. Where's handle submit? Let's try this. So we haven't changed any code, but if we update this, hit save. All right, cool. So in our, we're successfully going from our note modal into the note container, and we're getting here. So we do call our handle submit. We know we could have assumed that's working because when the data is updated. Then it gets to this part here where it calls edit note, which is this. So on success, why is it? How do I get off that? One component. Okay. So I'll say, okay, in the edit node modal, we are successfully passing so let's go to this, use edit note. So it is working. That's weird. I think it's got something to do with the calling on success after use edit note, because we know use edit note is working. The note is being edited. So what I might do, I think this is the time to just quickly ask Claude. So in my edit container, sorry, just had to pause briefly. Let's do this. So in the edit node container, unwrapped close, and then in edit node modal, save that, come back here, just refresh. Made those changes. I already told you that. Oh my god. Obviously handle submit has to get called if the backend gets updated. Yeah. Alright, this is going around in circles. I'm not going to waste time and messages trying to fix this. So what I might do is I'm just going to undo that. I was hoping Claude would be able to surpass ChatGPT on that one, but yeah, something weird's happening there, because obviously the actually that's a good point. When I we know that. Okay, so there are a few things that we can look into. Alright, I'm going to wrap the video there. Again, might append more UI updates to this one, but we've covered a few bits and pieces. So yeah, making progress. Hey YouTube, welcome back. This is a continuation of the UI UX updates. We will have appended this to the previous video, so it'll all be one if you're watching this on YouTube. But one of the things that we're having trouble with, where I finished up previously, was the ability to close the edit note modal. So on save, so when you edit a note, hit save, this isn't obviously closing, which is quite frustrating. So we had been playing around with this with AI for quite some time and it wasn't working. So I just went back to Claude and said, hey, look, please carefully take your time, let's figure this out. So it is an issue with us passing down our props. So gonna make these changes and hopefully we're gonna have a little bit more success. So we'll start with, in the edit node container, we've got to look it out on success, which yes is currently correct. And then if we go to individual node container, edit node, so individual node container, edit node container, on close, handle, close, edit, that is also correct. And then we just need to check this. So the function for handle, close, edit is set is edit modal open to false. That is also correct. So then if we go here, so So far all that's correct. So the issue is that is open isn't being properly. Okay, so let's modify individual node container. So handle close edit. Let's also add that just to make sure we invalidate. Right. Remember is open. Let's add in this. I know it's already there. Let's just put that here. Okay. Right, so then we already also had that correct, so I don't know. On edit. Okay. All of that was still the same, so it's a bit frustrating. On edit note, edit note container. So edit note container. Use edit note. So we've got our console on success. That's hang on, is open on close. Double check these actually. So. Okay, they're all correct. And then handle submit. I'm struggling. Okay, so we added that, already done that. That line was already there. Is open, and yeah. It's weird, if you cancel it works. So let's do. And whoops. Extremely frustrating bug. What is confusing though is that the update obviously does pass to the back end as before, so it's frustrating because we know the data is being saved, so I don't think it's an issue with the hook. Anyway, we will try this anyway. Just refresh. I know you don't have to refresh, but just clear all this. Save. Okay. What? Okay, it worked. Ah, okay. So I don't know why that was the case, but happy days, it worked. All right, awesome. So let's just check if we just want to see if this okay, it doesn't update currently. Oh, I don't think we're displaying folder there. That's why folder's not showing up. Okay, cool. All right, so fantastic. We can tick this off as being done, which was a real bit of a pain. And then we've got a few more things here which I wanted to do. I was thinking of actually removing this view related notes, but I'm not going to do that because when I started this project, I kind of wrote down some milestones that I wanted to hit at various times, and one of the things was the ability to link notes. But yeah, I'm going to fix up these, like the icons aren't being well aligned. So that is going to be in individual. I'll bring this over here. Okay, so justify items between. We got pencil, we got our trash. Where's the clothes? Am I going crazy? Div. Oh, it's outside this div. Where is it? Ah, I reckon it's in here. No. Individual node modal. Am I going crazy? Why can't I see this thing? Right, let's just go to let's see what icon pencil. Update dialog header. That didn't work. I'm still a bit confused. Where's the X coming from? Why is the X outside? I'm going a little bit nuts. I am trying to understand. Where is the X rendered from? It's outside that. There. Button type. is this thing coming from? Individual. Where is the X coming from? Dialogue. Oh, it's in this dialogue component itself. Okay. That helps explain things. So this dialogue header. That's really annoying. Nope. Okay, the dialogue. That didn't work. Div. No. It's really annoying. Why is that there? Yeah, but sorry, I'm not talking much. This is just one of these frustrating things when you use these kind of front-end components. Come on. If not, I'm going to move on. I'm not going to get too bogged down on this right now. Come on. Okay, let's try this. Alright, I'm not going to get bogged down that. Alright, so we've still got a few obviously styling issues to update, but I'm going to finish this set of style update like UI enhancements here, and instead I'm going to look at what we do next to update the application and add some more functionality. There is also one other thing I was thinking of doing, which is trying to make a script so that we can just automatically populate a new account with some dummy data that's going to make a little bit more sense. So I might also look at that. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Alrighty, welcome to another video, YouTube. I know I said I was going to work on some new functionality at the back end of the last one, but I've gone ahead and created 2 actual notes just to start actually creating real data instead of these kind of test notes. If you're familiar with a platform called Masterclass, it's basically an application kind of like Netflix for experts, where you can kind of listen to experts talking about different topics. And I've been doing a lesson there recently on negotiation by a guy called Chris Voss. So I've kind of put that in, and you can immediately see kind of some of the alignment issues and that now that there's a little bit more real data. And also we've now got a custom source type that I created for Masterclass classes. But that's kind of shown a few things here that I just wanted to fix up. Was extending the text beyond the card. I did just quickly ask Claude to fix that, but now what I also want to do is add some different colors to this. I think we might need to add some additional spacing. So each of these tags obviously has a tag color, and I've just changed those as well. And what I want to do is make the background of the tag the color at 50% opacity, and then the text the color it's given. So I'm just going to copy this and again, and actually it has the, I gave it the whole component. Great. So what we'll say is in the individual note card, we are currently rendering tags. The tag, each tag has a tag color available on tag.tag color. What I want to do is style the tag.name text to be this color. Then the span that has the tag.name text, I want to color with tag.tag color at 50% opacity. Cool. So copy this. Here. Okay, that did not work. Is it? Let me just double check for a sec. Tag color, that is correct. So just breaking this over here. So tag color. ID. Actually it's getting, I know why. So if we've still got a console log here. Get all, where is it? Oh, we don't have an example. Okay. In notes, display notes. No, this is going to be in dashboard. Dashboard content. No, container. Sorry. So console.log notes. pretty sure we aren't getting the color. No, why didn't that console log work? Oh, data. Sorry. Whoa, data is not bind. Data. Why didn't that work? It's data. Okay, here it is. So tags, yeah, tag name. So on the back end, I don't think we're populating the color property. So we have to go get all company notes, services, tags, name, parent tag, tag color. It's also one of the examples here where there's a little bit of duplication of code. Tag color. Also, there is no parent tag, so we should probably remove that. Let me just double check one thing. Close that. So name, tag color. Yeah, okay, cool. So what we'll do while we were here, company notes, we'll just get rid of parent tag because there is no parent tag. Same thing here. Save. Then if we refresh. Oh, there we go. Straight away happened. Okay. So a little bit hard to see some of the text there. What we might do is individual note. Tag color 80. Okay. 80 equals 50% opacity in hex. Presumably 40 means 25% then. Okay, yep. Still makes it hard to see some of the how do you darken? You can darken. What is the darken? Yeah, darken. Okay. So where's tag name, span, grounded, text, style, background, tag, color. So we do darken. Is that going to work? No. Maybe because it would need to make things easier instead of me guessing, because I've never done this before. Darken. Really? Out of function. Okay, can't do it without a preprocessor. Okay, fair enough. So what's this? Sure, it's a valid hex pattern. If hex, pass the color and darken it. So how much are you darkening it by? You can adjust the darken 20. Okay, cool. So copy this. And then you just have this. All right. So come back and whoa. Didn't darken the right thing. Darken. Okay. Didn't want to darken. Darken the background color. Tag does tag color 40 do? Yeah, I think we're overkilling it. What does this do? Okay, that's the opacity. Okay. It did the same thing. So, yeah, what I want to do is darken the text. Why did that not change? Okay, that did change. If I change it one more time, might be a bit harder to see because it's already getting quite dark. Okay, let's just put that down to 10 and we should notice a big difference. Nope. Is it an increment to 20? I did that. Don't know why it wasn't changing. Style, background, tag color. That's what we did. Just double checking ourselves. Alright, back here. Now, if I change this, okay, that's 0. Okay, it's definitely darker. Okay, I think 40 is good enough. Now, where's PX? I don't know. What does Tailwind padding classes? I've never used Tailwind before. Okay, PT. PY, PX, what's PX? Show more. PX, padding inline value. Okay, so currently, is this in pixels or like RAM? Okay, is unitless scale based on RAM. Okay, so I want to add a little bit more padding. I think let's try 4. PX is horizontal, PY is vertical. Oh, PY 0.5, so let's go 2. Okay, big big 1. I think that looks good. MT-1. All these things that I don't know. Tailwind, CSS, MT-1. Margin, okay. This outside, it's too close together. Let's make this like 4. What does that look like? Okay, looks a bit better. 6, no 4. Margin top, presumably MB4 is the same for margin bottom. There we go. Okay, looks a bit wonky there, but that's all right. Okay. That looks good. Now we probably need to do the same when we open up the card, which is a little bit annoying because we've got the same helper function. What I do also want to check though is on our console, if we go to get the data, source. Okay, so we get course name, expert, source type name, source type color, source type icon. Right, so from a design perspective, design's not really my strong suit, and I know we have this kind of bolt.new look, but we've kind of moved away a little bit from that. So I'm just trying to think like what information would be valuable to display on the card. We do have the, actually that's a good point, do we have the we've got a display on card property, so source type, fields should be displayed on card. Okay, so yeah, so that's source type. Okay, cool. So I'm going to give it a copy. Here's our component. Then we're going to say for each source, source type has a fields property. Fields then has a value that is copy. If this is set to true, we should display it on the card under the source type. Here is an example. Okay. All right, source and copy that. Hey, there we go. Right, what we don't need though is the field name. So under negotiation, Chris Voss. All right, then just trying to think, because the the first field is the most important one, so we should get that more precedence. From a design perspective. Source, it should okay. Interested to see how good, I mean, a good example of using Claude to see how well it can kind of work with design, because no expert, but have read a few UI UX design books and understand the theory probably more than the practice. And the idea of being able to play around with font color, font weight, font size obviously allows you to place greater importance on different fields. We obviously want the title to be the most important, but I think calling some level of importance to the title of the source itself, in this case the art of the negotiation, is probably quite valuable. So we'll see what Claude recommends from a design perspective. And what did it do? Didn't actually do anything. Besides, oh, it made it darker. Remove the field names, but you need to give greater emphasis. Oops. Copy. Alright. Yeah, still not really doing what I wanted to do. Okay. It's terrible. That text SM semicolon. Index 0. Okay, so my interpretation of this code is if it's index 0, then we're using this. So I think text, tailwind, text, text size, font size, of course. What am I doing? Font size, SM, base, large. Kind of similar sizing to that probably. What is note.title large? So is there like, it's like a medium? Is there text space? Okay. Let's try that. Text base. Okay, better. I'm gonna move this in a minute. I also think the font color though should be different. So we are using text neutral. Yeah, see, I'm not a designer. I'm not really sure what's. I wanted it a little bit darker, but I don't. We'll leave it at that for now. All right. Now the interesting thing is, I probably want source type YouTube video, masterclass, and this fleeting label. We're going to get rid of that for a second. Fleeting. What is it? Status, I think. No, status. Let's comment this out for a second. Yeah, cool. All right. Just trying to think from a styling point of view. Maybe what we do. I know this isn't going to work. It's going to have it on both. Masterclass. It's a bit weird how it's two different sizes. Let me just. Do I have to escape those? No, good. Just get rid of this. Yeah, that's what I want, but only on the first one. So. Perfect. There we go. It's kind of what I wanted. Now we maybe can style. Maybe we can make slightly. Is there a 500? Okay, that's getting better. And then we can, I guess the question just is, do we put the folder, icon anywhere? I don't want to overly clutter this thing, but it would be good to be able to see the folder, so you can, did I? What? That's weird. Either that's not saving. I swear when I created this, I put it in. Okay, that's a weird bug. Gotta look at that. Yeah, where would you put the folder? Maybe like folder icon, folder name, and then date on the right hand side. So copy this. I'll go to Claude and say we've updated. Actually, I wonder. Where? Okay, in the Alright, let's bring this in. And then we're just going to update this div. Oh, what didn't it like? And then div. Still not happy with something. Return. What am I missing? I'd say return. I know it uses a message, but where have I gone wrong here? But I'm missing brackets. Here. God damn it. No? Yeah, that goes to there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, copy. Okay, doesn't have the icon showing. Why is that? Folder, folder name, note.folder. Inspect, console. We potentially don't have our folder being pulled in. Data, folder. Folder null. That's weird. Okay, so how's that possible when it is saved in a folder? Doesn't make sense. Folder is null. So we do have a bug somewhere. Create note. Folder. Yeah, we don't pass in the folder ID. You'll find folder. Okay, yeah, we don't seem to. So let's go. Here is our good double sense check there. Oop. So same thing though. Edit note. Where's edit? Delete. Edit note. Services folder. Yeah, there's some issue here with our edit notes too. Okay, let's go here. Let's go new chat. Components, notes, edit note. Say our edit. While it's doing that though, let's just go clear filters, new note. This is testing folders. We'll put this same thing in the negotiation one. Okay, there's still no folder there. It's still not showing up there. And then let's go, this is testing 2 folder. Testing folders. Okay. Yeah, okay, so folders only seem to be able to save one note at a time. That's really weird. What an annoying thing. Delete. Right, let's go back here. Alright, so that would be a problem. So if you're not familiar with the setup of our project, we have a company model, but we also have an extended company model because we are building off of an existing backend for user login and authentication that I created and want to be able to reuse. So where is this handle folder update? Let's replace this. Okay, and then edit note service. right. What have we done? Just the update note. Save. Okay. So let's go back here. Let's try and edit this and add this to a folder. Save. Whoa. Folder. Cannot read properties of company folders dot find. I wonder if this is because the previous folders were created on the company model, not the extended company model. New folder test. Let's see, new folder test 4. All right, edit. Didn't do it. New folder. Okay. We got some errors here. So what we're going to do is we will wrap the video here because I'll keep most of this video for the front end, focusing on this. And then when we come back, let's just write some of these bugs down. So let's go some bugs. Fun and games, new bugs. Save. So we will come back and tackle that separately. I'll probably go into Postman and check it rather than just going straight from the front end, just so we can isolate the issue a little bit more. Cool. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.